In this tutorial video, you will learn about parts of circle, how to get the area and the circumference of a circle, and then how to get the area of a sector of a circle.
The topic is about circle. A circle is a set of all points in a plane that are the same distance away from a specific point, called the center. So let's say I draw over here a point in the center. I label it as A. So we call this circle as circle A. Circle parts. Circle consists of some parts. For example, there is a radius. A radius is the distance from the center of the circle to its outer rim. And then chord. Chord is the line segment whose endpoints are on the circle. A diameter is the chord that passes through the center of the circle. The length of a diameter is 2 times the length of a radius. And then secant, a line that intersects a circle in 2 points. Tangent. A tangent is a line that intersects a circle in exactly 1 point. And then there is a point of tangency. It's the point where a tangent line touches the circle. So over here, you may find the circle parts. Tangent circles means 2 or more circles that intersect at 1 point. And then concentric circles means 2 or more circles that have the same center but different radii. And then congruent circles means 2 or more circles with the same radius but different centers. Circumference. So over here you may see that there is a diameter and also there is a radius. The diameter is the distance from one side of the circle to the other at its widest point, and the diameter will always pass through the center of the circle. How about the radius? The radius is half of this distance, or radius is the distance between the center of the circle and its edge. So don't forget, diameter is 2 times the radius, while the radius equals to diameter divided by 2. So for example, if the diameter of the circle is 8 cm, find its radius. Radius is half of the diameter, so 8 divided by 2 equals to 4 cm. How about if the radius of a circle equals to 3 cm? Find its diameter. So the diameter equals to 3 times 2 equals to 6 cm. How about if the diameter of the circle equals to 10 cm? Find its radius. So the radius equals to 10 divided by 2 equals to 5 cm. Then how about if the radius of a circle equals to 6 cm? Find its diameter. So the diameter equals to 6 times 2 equals to 12 cm. The circumference of a circle is the distance around the outside of the circle. So don't forget, circumference is the distance around the outsides of the circle. It's the same as the perimeter of a geometric figure, but the term perimeter is used for polygon shapes made of straight edges. This line is called the perimeter. Then, how to calculate the circumference of a circle? There are 2 ways to find the circumference of a circle. The first one, pi times diameter, or circumference equals to 2 times pi times radius. For the pi in here, pi equals to 3.14 or 22 out of 7. If the diameter or the radius is divisible by 7, so you may use pi equals to 22 out of 7. Otherwise, you just use the pi equals to 3.14. A circle has a diameter of 10 cm. What is its circumference? So, the diameter equals to 10 cm. So the formula to get the circumference, there are two ways. You may use pi times diameter or 2 times pi times the radius. And then don't forget, if the diameter or if the radius is divisible by 7, you may use pi equals to 22 out of 7. Otherwise, you may use 3.14. So now over here, the diameter equals to 10 cm. Then we may use this formula, pi times diameter. So 3.14 times 10 cm equals to 31.4 cm. Or use another way, 2 times pi times radius. Remember, radius is half of its diameter. So if the diameter equals to 10, the radius equals to 10 divided by 2 equals to 5 cm. So 2 times pi times radius, 2 times 3.14 times 5 equals to 31.4 cm. The diameter of a circle is 14 cm. If pi equals to 22 out of 7, find its circumference. So the diameter equals to 14. Remember the formula? Pi times diameter or 2 times pi times radius. So we may use this formula. So 22 out of 7 times the diameter equals to 14 cm. Equals to 44 cm. How about if you use the second way, 2 times pi times radius? So 2 times 22 out of 7 times, find its radius. If the diameter equals to 14, so the radius equals to 14 divided by 2 equals to 7 cm. So 2 times pi times radius. 2 times 22 out of 7 times 7 cm equals to 44 cm. The radius of a circle is 10 cm. If pi equals to 3.14, find its circumference. Remember the formula? Pi times diameter or 2 times pi times radius. If you want to choose pi times diameter, so don't forget, if the radius equals to 10 cm, what is its diameter? So the diameter equals to 2 times 10 equals to 20. So pi times diameter, 3.14 times 20 cm equals to 62.8 cm. But if you want to choose the second way, 2 times pi times radius. So 2 times 3.14 times 10 equals to 62.8 cm. If the radius of a circle is 7 cm, pi is 22 out of 7. Find its circumference. We may use this formula, 2 times pi times radius. So 2 times 22 out of 7 times 7 equals to 44 cm. But if you want to choose the second way, the circumference equals to pi times diameter. So 22 out of 7 times. If the radius equals to 7 cm, what is diameter? So the diameter is 14 cm. 2 times 7 equals to 14. So pi times diameter, 22 out of 7 times 14 cm equals to 44 cm. The perimeter is the length of the outline of a shape. Don't forget to get the circumference of a circle is pi times diameter, or 2 times pi times radius. Then how to get the perimeter of a semicircle? You should find the length of number 1 and then the length of number 2. The length of a semicircle is 1 out of 2 times pi times diameter, or 1 out of 2 times 2 times pi times radius. How to get the perimeter of a quarter circle? So you should find the length of number 1 plus the length of number 2 plus the length of number 3. To get the length of a quarter circle is 1 out of 4 times pi times diameter, or 1 out of 4 times 2 times pi times radius. Then how to get the perimeter of the 3/4 of a circle? So you should find the length of number 1, the length of number 2, and then the length of number 3. How to get the length of a 3/4 of a circle? So 3 out of 4 times pi times diameter, or 3 out of 4 times 2 times pi times radius. The diameter of a circle is 14 cm. If pi equals to 20^7, find its perimeter. So you should find the length of number 1, the straight line, plus the length of number 2, the semicircle. So the length of number 1 is 14 cm. The length of number 2 is the semicircle, so 1 out of 2 times pi times diameter. So 14 cm plus 1 out of 2 times 22 out of 7 times 14. So this equals to 14 cm plus 22 cm equals to 36 cm. The radius of a quarter circle is 7 cm. If pi equals to 22 out of 7, find its perimeter. So you should find the length of number 1 plus the length of number 2 and then the length of number 3. Don't forget number 1 and 2 is the radius of a circle. So the length of number 1 and the length of number 2, 7 cm plus 7 cm. Then how to get the length of number 3? So 1 out of 4 times pi times diameter. Don't forget to get the circumference of a whole circle. There are two formulas. You may use pi times diameter or 2 times pi times radius. So 7 plus 7 equals to 14 cm plus 1 out of 4 times 22 out of 7 times 14. Why 14? Because the radius is 7 cm. The diameter is 2 times 7 equals to 14 cm. So 14 cm plus 11 cm equals to 25 cm. How about 3/4 of a circle? The radius is 10 cm. If pi equals to 3.14, find its perimeter. So you should find the length of number 1 plus the length of number 2 and the length of number 3. The length of number 1 and number 2 is 10 cm plus 10 cm. How to get the length of number 3? 3 out of 4 times pi times diameter. 10 plus 10 equals to 20. If radius equals to 10 cm, how about its diameter? 2 times 10 equals to 20 cm. So plus 3 out of 4 times 3.14 times 20. So equals to 20 plus 47.1 equals to 67.1 cm. A circular lid has a diameter of 7 cm. How many complete turns must it take to cover a distance of 110 cm? Take pi equals to 22 out of 7. So the first here, you should find its circumference. So pi times diameter. 22 out of 7 times 7 equals to 22 cm. Then, how many complete turns must it take to cover a distance of 110 cm? So 110 divided by 22 equals to 5 complete turns. A wheel has a radius of 27 cm. It makes 30 complete turns. What is the distance it travels? Leave your answer in cm. Take pi equals to 3.14. So over here, it makes 30 complete turns. So we should find its circumference. So equals to pi times diameter. 3.14 times 54. Why 54? Because the radius is 27. So the diameter is 2 times 27 equals to 54. So 3.14 times 54 equals to 169.56. And the question, what is the distance it travels? Because it makes 30 complete turns, so 169.56 times 30 equals to 5,086.8. You can round it up, so becomes 5,087. A circle has a radius of 10 cm. Find the circumference of the circle and leave your answer in terms of pi. So don't forget to get the circumference equals to 2 times pi times radius. So 2 times pi times 10 cm equals to 20 pi cm. How to calculate the area? The circle's area means the amount of interior space enclosed by a circle is measured in square units. So, to get the circumference, you may use centimeter or meter. But for the area, is square centimeter or square meter. The formula to get the area of a circle is pi times radius or pi times radius squared. What is the area of a circle with radius of 3 cm? So now here, to get the area is pi times radius. So 3.14 times 3 meters times 3 meters equals to 28.27 square meter. The radius of a circle is 7 cm. If pi equals to 22 out of 7, find its area. Pi times radius times radius. So 22 out of 7 times 7 cm times 7 cm equals to 154 square cm. If the diameter of a circle is 10 cm, pi is 3.14. Find its area. Pi times radius times radius. Remember, if the diameter is 10 cm, what is its radius? So the radius is 10 divided by 2 equals to 5 cm. So to get the area is 3.14 times 5 cm times 5 cm equals to 78.5 square cm. To get the area of a whole circle is pi times radius times radius. How to get the area of a semicircle? So 1 out of 2 times pi times radius times radius. How to get the area of a quarter circle? So 1 out of 4 times pi times radius times radius. Then, how to get the area of a 3/4 of a circle? So 3 out of 4 times pi times radius times radius. If the radius of a semicircle is 7 cm, pi is 22 out of 7. Find its area. This is the semicircle. So the area is 1 out of 2 times pi times radius times radius. So 1 out of 2 times 22 out of 7 times 7 cm times 7 cm equals to 77 square cm. The radius of a quarter circle is 7 cm. If pi equals to 22 out of 7, find its area. So 1 out of 4 times pi times radius equals to 1 out of 4 times 22 out of 7 times 7 times 7 equals to 38.5 square cm. The radius of a 3/4 of a circle is 7 cm. If pi equals to 22 out of 7, find its area. So 3 out of 4 times pi times radius times radius. 3 out of 4 times 22 out of 7 times 7 cm times 7 cm equals to 115.5 square cm. Area of circle and sector. To get the area of a circle is pi times radius times radius. Then to get the area of the sector is how many degrees are there out of 360 degrees times pi times radius times radius. For example, COD is 150 degrees. If the radius of a circle is 36 cm and pi equals to 22 out of 7, find the area of the sector. So this equals to 150 degrees out of 360 degrees times pi times radius times radius. So 150 out of 360 times 22 out of 7 times 36 cm times 36 cm equals to 1697.14 square cm.
That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.